and welcome to another Mario Party 8 minigame review.
Last time, we reviewed Gun the Runner, a nice simple good minigame, and our best 1 vs 3 minigame in this Mario Party so far. Also good. Seems we've been on a nice simple lucky streak as of recently with 2 4-star minigames in a row. And let's see if we can keep that up with the free-for-all minigame in the nick of time. So let's get to this minigame, shall we?
So here's how I play this minigame. You and the other 3 players have their own individual clocks in the center of a room. And the clock hands on these clocks are out of control. And you're given a pattern, though, that you have to have both clock hands both be in. And your job is to just get the clock hands to this specific pattern first. The first player to do this 3 times for 3 individual patterns wins. And there is a catch, though. You have to move your clock hands by using the Wii Remote, like tilting it left and right. Alright, let me get this out of the way. This minigame, to me, reminds me of Picture This from Mario Party 7, in a really good way in that. Because Picture This was already a great minigame, and it followed a similar premise. Just do the first of 3 first by doing, like, the exact thing. Like with Picture This, you're just flipping pictures to find the exact one. Here, you're moving clock hands to the exact part the minigame tells you. And here, I think it works even better than Picture This. I'm not gonna lie. Because here, the margin of error is definitely, far bigger. And also because you have to be really careful to not overshoot. And especially because if you overshoot, you have a solid chance of the other players catching up to you. So you gotta be really careful on that. Although, the one problem I do have with this minigame is, well, the exact problem Picture This had. Well, is that if you might get one of them successfully, however, another player can be right by the next one. I think I explained that better in the actual review for Picture This, but you know what I mean. But despite that, it's still essentially Picture This, but with a few extra steps. And I cannot go against that at all. It's still a great minigame nonetheless. I'll go to the overall thoughts, if you don't mind.
And like I just said, the streak hasn't been broken. I think it's only been amplified, because I love this minigame so much. To me, it reminds me of Picture This from Mario Party 7, and you already knew how I feel about that one. And yeah, I feel like it's kind of just a more advanced version of that, because you have a lot more control of what you're doing here. Because of the clock hands, you really have to think hard enough with how you want to move your Wii Remote, if you want to go ham as fast to try to get there as quickly, but you also have to slow down when you're pretty much near it. Like, it does a lot of, simple thinking, and it kind of falls into the same problems as Picture This, like I was saying, where you could have gotten one of them while an opponent could be right by the next one. I've said that before in Picture This, but here, if it's the same problem, it's not really gonna affect it much, because it wasn't really a big problem previously, and it isn't a big problem here at all. It's still a great minigame, and one I'm willing to replay over and over again. It's just so good, because it just works simple in its premise, and you can't go wrong with a simple premise like this. 5 stars, baby. I just really love this minigame, and I really don't need to say much more besides that. And that's it for today. Up next, we're reviewing Eye on the Prize. See you guys then.